Hey you guys, and welcome back to My Name Is You. Last time we died. There's probably the first possible chance you can to have you die. It might seem a little confusing if you haven't watched the other one, but we're this guy named You. He's a completely ordinary guy, except that his name is You, which is kind of unusual. So found out last time is like he gets up about his normal day and all that, and then finds a letter in which his girlfriend or girlfriend I guess his girlfriend is going to break up with him because she has the same terminal illness that he does. So we find out that he has a terminal illness, and so she's breaking up with him at the same time. And then instead of she wants to meet with him at like around that time that he is reading that letter, so he could choose to either go over there to the cafe that he's supposed to meet her at, or go straight to work. And I chose to go straight to work, and I ran into some street dogs, and I decided to stay still and run away, and I got eaten by the dogs. Got my throat teared out and all that, so that turned out well. I'm going to do the same thing I did last time, except I'm going to try to run instead of stay still. Okay, here's where I decided to read the letter. Okay, and here's where I decided to go to work. Okay, last time I freezed in place, and I died. I tried to like, intimidate them stuff, but this time I'm going to run away.
You tried to run away, but he barely took a couple of steps and stumbled,
come on.
falling flat on the ground.
Oh, great.
As soon as he stretched out on the pavement, the dogs lost all interest in him.
Oh, I thought I was gonna die for sure. He's just a face playing. You just imagine it. Oh man. Dog's like, this guy's too stupid. It's just, let's go.
Everything that happened seemed to him insanely familiar, bringing back his childhood memories. Holding onto his neck and feeling old scars against his palm, you looked at his ragged suit. His head was buzzing from pain. Glancing at his watch, he wondered if it was appropriate to go to work looking like that.
Are you gonna miss work? Oh man, I can't miss work. No. I'm gonna change. I'll be late for work. Just go to work with that. Forget it. Go to work. I don't care.
You barely caught into the office when two male silhouettes appeared behind him. He turned around and saw his boss and a man he had never seen before, a little farther away. The boss frowned and cast a reproachful glance at you.
Ooh, someone important that was coming to the office today, wasn't it?
Figuring they would have to introduce each other, you quickly took off his ragged jacket, hung it on the back of his chair, and extended his hand to the stranger.
He'll have a bunch of scrapes on his hand.
Let me introduce myself. You.
You. Let me introduce myself. You.
My name is Frank.
Busybody.
And you?
My name is Frank. And you?
To avoid unnecessary explanations, you took a name tag from his table and pointed to it. Despite the fact that there was no live communication with clients, the work charter required name tags.
That's interesting.
Wow, that's a very unusual name. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It is the only unusual detail of my life.
Sounds so bland. I like Frank. You is really bland.
An awkward pause hung in the air.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Frank is our security guard starting today.
I like Frank.
Ooh, we have nothing to... A security guard. Some of my important documents are missing.
Hmm.
There are only two of us. What kind of documents?
Hmm.
That I cannot tell you.
Hmm.
You mean you suspect me?
I don't think that's what he means.
No, I do not. Clean yourself up. What is wrong with your hands? Eliminating any opportunity to continue this conversation, the boss turned around and went into his office.
There's only
The
2
room
people working at the
plunged
company.
into silence. You got down to some clerical work.
Hmm.
You was sitting at his sturdy desk,
You was.
imagining again and again how the shelves, stocked with books on jurisprudence, would break loose due to their own weight from friable concrete and break his head.
Oh my gosh. Like, why? It's not. Doesn't seem like that bad of a manager. Granted, I don't know him, but.
Allowing himself a little break, you took his diary from his table drawer and made a note. I never took a plate of soup at school lunches, even when I really wanted to. I was afraid to spill it in front of everyone, but I could put it on the table, which
Before
seems to
I
be
could
my
put it on the
life's
table.
pattern. Feeling some satisfaction from writing that, he resumed work.
Okay, you felt satisfaction for writing about your embarrassing childhood. Alright. Sounds good.
There was a rustle of the janitor's broom and the trill of birds outside the window.
Hmm.
More accurate than the clock, you thought. Chapter 2.
I made it. I made it to the next chapter without dying. Alright.
On the second day of work, every sip of coffee came out of his nose as blood.
Ugh.
Covering his nose with his hand, you went to the restroom.
Remember, he has the terminal illness.
Excuse me. I wish I could narrate a little faster and keep you from getting bored. But it is difficult in my condition. Let's continue.
Breaking the fourth wall or something.
Returning to his workplace, you saw Frank sitting at his table and leafing through his personal diary. Such violation of personal boundaries, it seemed, was about to put you out of temper.
I like Frank. I'm not gonna just snatch things away from him. I'll ask him.
Give it to me.
That's a little...
Here, take it. I was curious. In a moment, you hid his diary in the drawer of his desk.
It's kinda messed up.
Sorry if I offended you.
It's alright, Frank. You're cool.
The incident seemed to be over, but Frank's intrusive nature got the better of him.
Come on, Frank.
Can I ask you a question?
No.
Why does everyone in your notes die?
Hey. Because he is going to die. I feel like I can talk to Frank.
Perhaps the lack of communication affected you. Unexpectedly for himself, he answered the question directly. I'm not sure, but it seems to me that the desire to kill a self-protagonist in the text takes root in the desire to alienate the described situations from a real self.
That's interesting.
You said it as if he had prepared an answer to this question a long time ago. Or, at least he had thought about it before. Silence set in. Frank was embarrassed by his answer and tried to look understanding. Well, more likely that it is just easier to kill.
That's a weird way to... It's a weird thing to say.
His phone rang.
Hello? 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 Why wouldn't I answer it at work here?
As soon as you came up to the phone, the ringing stopped.
Must have been a wrong number.
He barely returned to his desk when the phone rang again.
Nah. Okay, let's go on a wild goose chase.
As soon as you came up to the phone, the ringing stopped.
At this point, I would not answer it. But what if it's something really important? I answered it. Try to answer it again.
As soon as you came up to the phone, the ringing stopped.
Wonder how long I can go in a loop like this. Answer it again. Try to answer it again. Yeah, there's no choice. Doesn't matter how many times I try to answer the call, it's not gonna work, so I'm gonna ignore it then. My boss is gonna get mad at me.
The ringing bored into his skull. You was buzzing together with the receiver. You involuntarily took off, but his head started spinning, and he was seeing dark spots. Holding onto the railing, you slid down the stairs and jumped out onto the street.
What are you doing?
He ran into his boss at the door, who stood there smoking. Go to bed now. You can give me the rest of the papers tomorrow.
Thanks, boss. I need it.
He did not have any strength left to work. Although,
sorry, I'm skipping through a little bit.
He was not in a hurry to go back. He sat down on the doorstep to rest. His vision was not particularly keen on the second day, so it took him a while to recognize a familiar face. You livened a little. A welcoming grin appeared on his face. Hi, Max. Why are you not at work?
Max.
I dismissed my students a little early.
Ah, the teacher.
How are you feeling?
Horrible. I'm dying.
As usual, another night shift.
Another night. Well, you get to go home, though. You don't get to stay at work.
If
you don't have
I
to.
was your father, I would have fired you long ago.
Excuse me? Max.
What will be left for me then?
What will you left me?
Max answered with a question. Do you want me to take your shift?
I'm coughing up blood. Oh, getting nosebleeds. I don't know. So no, yes, no, yes, no, yes. No, thank you. I'll manage.
No, thank you. You quickly said goodbye and left. He heard some painful coughing behind his back, and his lips let out a grin of satisfaction.
Wait a minute. What?
Coming home, you could barely stand on his feet.
Wait, so what? The other guy's cough? Does everyone have a terminal illness? And you grinned? What? Why are you so mean? Why is you so mean? Huh.
Notwithstanding his lack of sleep and fatigue, he could not fall asleep. The day flashed in his head on repeat. As for the breakup, he did not see himself as the victim. On the contrary, the entire time during his relationship with Dorina, you wondered,
Dorina.
why did she love him? Drained of all strength and weak in spirit from birth.
Don't think like that. You are pretty lame, but come on.
Dizziness and pain subsided. At some point, he even thought about calling a doctor, just to make sure that he was still alive. But sleep took its toll. Chapter 3.
Okay, I think that's all we'll do. We got through chapter 2. So, I think we'll leave it at that. But, this is interesting. I think I'd like to know if it happens. Yeah. So, well, I hope you guys stick around for the next one. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Say the word, say